Hello and welcome to Ostriv, a city building game that is under development. We are currently at an alpha A1 and patch 4, and what I saw last time I looked at Twitter, the developer, and there is only one single developer. He is now working on patch number 5 and he is 11% in according to his plans. This guy, and I'm sorry for the pronunciation, is Gemini, and I will take the grandmother's privilege and call him Jev. Hopefully that won't offend anyone. This guy is from Ukraine, and so far he's done a wonderful job, and it's pretty good with textures and everything for an alpha. So I'm impressed, and I am so looking forward to where this game is going. And you will probably want to get in. So we start a new game. I haven't looked at this map yet, so let's get in there and pause. Because we have to do some things before the game time runs too far. So we will start, as it's suggested here, that we're building a forestry. And we find it here. And we will rotate you a bit, and we will get you as close as possible. I think we will put you there. And the workers can start with that. We have some stored items. We have the camp storage here. We got some iron, some nails, and some thatch. But everything will run out pretty soon, so we have to do something about it. We need to build a smithy before the nails run out, and we do need to build a thatchery, and we have to have a clay pit. So the thatchery is here, and the thatchery will collect reeds, make thatch for to roofing. So we will rotate you a bit, I think, and that was not a good thing, because then you will get further away from the riverside. I think that would be a good place to have you. And we need clay, so we need a clay pit. And that is one of the structures that doesn't need a worker assigned to it. So let's see, we can rotate you to and have you here. And the smithy we need to start as a well. And I wonder, we should have you close to excuse the dogs. I'm so sorry about the dogs. I am babysitting, having in daycare a little Yorkie, and she's sending the alarms. Every now and then she sits at the window and then she barks as soon as she can. I am wondering, going to have the smithy here. And I think that will be as good as we can get it. So let's have you here. So that's the support buildings. We got the forestry going up here. We can let them work a little bit faster. We got the factory. We got the clay pit, and we got the smithy. So when those are built up, we need to get started with the housing. And just to make it clear, if you think my English isn't as good as it could be, you're probably right, because I haven't got English as my native language. I'm actually from Sweden, and you will hear some Swinglish now and then. My structure of the sentences isn't always as good as it could be, and I miss out on words sometimes. So please forgive me for that. I will do my best, and I'm learning all the time. So sooner or later it will be better. Maybe. I'm doing as well as I can, at least. We will get one house there, I think. And if we press shift, we can multiply the buildings. I think we are going to... Well, that wasn't the best place to start. Let's go to that and demolish it. We will start over here, because the first house that is built is the mayor's house, and I thought he could live here maybe. Let's have you go up there. And we get the next one over here. Oh, dude. We'll have you go there. And then we can have the town hall somewhat here. As I said, Ostriv is in alpha. And if you want to support this development and play the game for yourself, I leave a link to the site that is ostrivgame.com. There you can read more about what the developer has planned and buy the game. It costs $20, and then you will support the development and get the updates and so on and so forth. So that will be fine. Why are you stalled? You haven't got nails, but we have nails, so no, you have nails. Are we out of wood? We have no workers. That's the problem. And you need 2 workers in here, and I just forgot about it. Because there need to be 2 to carry the logs. When you got a supply of logs, you can get by with only having 1 worker. So we have to put down 7 more houses. Now, I'm not a big fan of clustering houses together. I want them to have space so they can move between. So we will put 1, 2, and I could have held down shift. 3. And I don't know why I am laying them that. Well, I might do. Turn that one around. And we will have them pretty much. Yeah. And to do. See, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we will put one more up here when things gotten a little bit better. Let's put 2 more workers in there because now we just got 1. We need to build homes for all the families in the camp. And we do need to get one worker into the factory. So we get thatch for the roofing. And as soon as we've gotten the house is built, we will have to see the food supply. And as you can see, over time, they will make their own paths. So we will have a spider web of paths going around here. And do we have 4 works? No, we only got 2, but that's okay. It seems because we have some wood, so we'll take out those 2. We don't need them at the moment. We do have 1 man in the factory. Women can't do buildings. They can't fish. They can't push a cart. So they are limited to what they can do. Men can do everything. And I suppose that's how it was back in the 1700s. And we start at 1721. And unlike Banish that start at year 1, we have a fixed date. A month and a year. And that makes me think that the developer might have plans to go with the industrial and agriculture revolutions and make machinery, and so that fits the date we are at, or the year we are at in the game. But you never know. That remains to be seen. It would be lovely if the implements would change over time. At the moment we only got one type of house. It's the village house, but he has several models of it, so they will vary, which is very nice. And as the families, the houses gets up, the tents will disappear. And the mayor is not living in those houses. I thought he was the one to move first. But it doesn't seem like it was. The mayor is... And I will butcher all these names, so I beg you to apologize me beforehand. But Sidia Saliski, and he is not... That's not the Saliski family. But that is. So it is the mayor who lives here. Nice. So later on we will put this house here. The town hall. And I think that will be appropriate to have it in front of the campfire, and I will keep that, actually. We are needing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are needing one more house. And there we got the smithy up, and we still got nails. So we don't have to start working in that building just yet. And they are really working hard here. And the women are taking care of the homes at the moment, but they will soon get work too. But not until next year. We will have them going into farming, taking care of the cow sheds, and having market stalls and things like that. So they will become very useful next year. But for the start, it's the men that has to do all the work. And we really do need to have all these houses built before the snow falls. Otherwise, the rest will move out and we lose some labor. And we don't want that. We need every laborer we can get our hands on. So you have 2, you have none, you have 1, you have thatch. Up to date. Next patch will probably include chickens. The developer has hinted us about that. So that will be interesting. Patch for the base of this started out with 24 buildings, and with patch number 4 we got another one. A warehouse that can store everything not eatable. So that is nice. And they are really running around there. And I feel a bit lost. We are building our fifth house right now. Have to put in one more. Let's see what next, which tent that goes next. And we're soon getting the roof up. There we go. Gee! And we have another family that can move in. Could you please go away? Please, pretty please. I want your space. That probably will be that tent that goes. But we see, yes, I was right. Then we have to wait for you then. You're the next in line. And we are in August. Normally, I say normally, I've only done this once. But then we had finished the houses in September. So hopefully that will be the case here too. It goes quickly now. They're doing a good job. And we need some more wood, it seems like. And they're taking their rest. We don't have a night cycle here, so everyone will take a rest now and then, taking care of the houses with firewood and water and food, and so on and so forth. Every house has its own economy, so they earn wages, they have to pay rent, and they have to pay for the food. So it's up to me to see to that they have a wage to live. So they earn their money. There we go. Could you now please move that tent in your half? Lovely. Then we will turn around the house. Not that much. Like so. Keep it and hold it down Alt, and we will place you there. Then we got our 9 houses. Next step, we need a fishery. So we will queue that up. So a fishing dock. Should we put it here or should we put it over here? I think we put it over here. Uneven terrain, we can put it there. And to be able to fish, we need boats. So we need a boat yard. And we got the fishery there, so we make the boat yard here. I think that will be fine. So we got those going. Hopefully we will get those up. We won't get them running, but we might get a boat or 2 done before the snow falls. we get eyes on the river. But you never know. And that's the last house. Now we got one more there. They're probably doing this because it's closer to everything. But it doesn't matter, just as long as we get the houses up. And it seems like it will be October before we have them all in. That's okay. No worries. So the next thing we need to get is a farm, and I hope this will be built before the winter is over, so we will have you out about here, I think. Because we need to start producing at least potatoes and wheat to get the food. But we will continue that in the next episode. So I hope to see you then. And thank you for watching. Have a really good one. And do take care.